If you're watching this right now, don't scroll, because what happened in that luxury hotel changed not just a $1 million deal, but 2 lives forever. And by the end, you'll understand why sometimes the person you least expect becomes the one who saves everything. So stay with me till the end, and if you feel something in your heart by then, make sure to like and subscribe, because stories like this deserve to be heard. It all started inside the shimmering grand lobby of the Imperial Sapphire Hotel, the kind of place where crystal chandeliers looked like frozen fireworks and every step echoed against marble floors polished so perfectly you could see your own heartbeat in them. Adrian Cole, the billionaire industrialist known for never panicking, was pacing back and forth in a tailored charcoal suit that probably cost more than most people made in a year. Yet today, for the first time in years, he looked terrified. At exactly 3 p.m., he was supposed to finalize a partnership with a group of influential clients flying in from overseas. A single signature meant the opening of new factories, thousands of jobs, and a deal worth over $12 million. Everything was ready. Everything except the one thing he desperately needed, his translator. The man who'd been with him for 5 years, his right-hand communicator, had collapsed from a sudden illness just minutes before the meeting. And without him, Adrian knew he couldn't understand a word the clients would say. They spoke a language he didn't know even a sentence of. He dialed number after number, calling backup agencies, assistants, even contacts halfway across the world. Nothing. No one could arrive in time. And with every ticking second, the pressure in his chest tightened. Everyone thought billionaires never broke down under stress. But right now, he felt like the walls of the hotel were closing in on him. Watching him from the distance was a young waitress named Ella. She was carrying a silver tray, balancing glasses filled with sparkling water, trying not to let the weight of her own life crush her. She wasn't born into luxury. She worked double shifts to pay her rent, to send money home, to keep her dreams alive even when they felt too far away. Her uniform was simple, but her eyes held stories, quiet resilience, unspoken fears, and strength she never bragged about. She noticed Adrian's hands trembling as he spoke into the phone. She noticed the tension around his eyes, the way his breath grew uneven. Something inside her whispered, "Go. Help." Even though she knew stepping toward a billionaire in the middle of a crisis wasn't exactly part of her job description. Adrian ended the call, defeated. The clients were already in the hotel. He could hear their voices approaching. No translator. No plan. $12 million slipping through his fingers. "Sir, excuse me." He barely looked up. "Not now," he muttered, rubbing his temple. "Unless you have a translator hidden under that tray." He meant it sarcastically. But Ella's voice didn't shake when she replied softly, "Actually, I can help." For the first time, he truly looked at her, this waitress with a calm face and steady eyes. "You?" he asked, stunned. "I speak their language," she said simply. "Fluently." He blinked. "Once. Twice. You're sure?" She nodded. "If you trust me." Something in her tone, quiet confidence, gentle but firm, made him believe her instantly. He didn't know why, but he felt it. This girl wasn't lying. Seconds later, the clients entered the gleaming conference room lined with gold accents and panoramic views of the city. Adrian straightened his suit, his heart racing. Ella stood beside him, holding her hands together, reminding herself to breathe. When the clients greeted them, she responded in their language flawlessly, warm, respectful, precise. The men's eyes widened. They were impressed, surprised, even relieved. The meeting began, and for the first time in his life, Adrian wasn't the one letting. Ella translated every sentence with perfect accuracy. When the clients described concerns about cultural differences, she explained them with insight. When they spoke about worries regarding timelines, she softened their tone with grace. When disagreements sparked tension, she diffused them gently. She didn't just translate words, she translated emotions. Adrian watched her, stunned. It was like she transformed the energy of the room. What could have been a disaster turned into a smooth flow of understanding and harmony. He saw the clients relax, smile, nod with approval. And every time Ella spoke, he felt a strange sense of admiration growing inside him. Halfway through the meeting, one client tested Adrian with a complex business metaphor, assuming a waitress wouldn't understand. Ella caught the hidden insult immediately and translated it politely but firmly, adding a respectful counterpoint that protected Adrian's dignity. Her intelligence shone like polished steel. By the time the final contract papers arrived, the room felt like a celebration. The clients signed with satisfaction, praising the unexpected brilliance of Mr. Cole's interpreting team. Adrian laughed softly. He didn't correct them. Not yet. After the clients left with cheerful farewells, Adrian turned to Ella. For a moment he couldn't speak. Not because he lacked words, but because he felt something tightening in his throat. "You saved me," he said finally. "No, you saved everything." She smiled gently. "I just helped. Anyone would." "No," he said quietly. "Not anyone." He asked her why she worked as a waitress when she clearly understood languages and complex discussions. Her eyes lowered for a second. "Life," she whispered. "I had to leave university. I needed work. This job was the fastest option." His chest tightened. She wasn't just smart, she was fighting through life with strength he couldn't imagine. "Ella," he said, his voice warm for the first time that day, "I don't want this to be the last time we work together." She looked up, surprised. "What do you mean?" "I want to hire you," he said. "Full-time. As a translator, and more. Your mind, your confidence, your grace, I've never seen anything like it." Her breath caught. For years she had been serving tables, waiting for a moment that might finally change her life. And now it stood right in front of her, wrapped not in glitter but in sincerity. "But," she hesitated, "I don't look like someone who belongs in your world." "You're wrong," he said gently. "My world needs someone exactly like you." It wasn't just a job offer. It was a chance. A door opening to a life she thought she'd lost. Tears filled her eyes, not because she was weak but because she finally felt seen. "Thank you," she whispered. "I won't let you down." "I know," he replied softly. "You already proved that today." As they walked out of the luxurious conference room, the evening sun filtered through the tall windows, painting the marble floor in soft gold. Ella looked around at the place where everything changed for her, this hotel that had seen her serve tables, wipe spills, carry trays, and now step into a future she never dared to imagine. And Adrian. He walked beside her, realizing that wealth meant nothing compared to genuine human connection. A billionaire saved not by money, but by the kindness and courage of a girl who the world overlooked. By the end of that day, 2 lives had shifted forever. And if you're still here listening to this story, remember, sometimes one moment, one decision, one act of bravery can rewrite your whole destiny. So if you felt a spark of hope or inspiration right now, hit that like button and subscribe. For more stories that remind us that miracles don't always come from heaven. Sometimes they come from ordinary people with extraordinary hearts.